Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rabbi Eliezer Melamed Shlita. Well, here we are midweek as we continue our learning. We ask you to please continue davening for Chalei Tzvah Agana Yisrael, for Shlema Chol B'Tzvah Yisrael. Safety of our brothers and sisters in Israel. We learn each day Le'ilin Nishmat Seren Daniel Shimon ben Harav Daron V'Shel Yishem Damo. The next chapter, Misha Nichnas Av Mema'atin B'Simcha. Amr Chachamim Mishnah. Chazal teaches in the Mishnah, it's found in the Gemara in Tainas and Av Chavav Mabez, Misha Nichnas Av Mema'atin B'Simcha. When we enter the month of Av, we decrease the amount of Simcha that we have, Ki Yomim Elohem Yemei Evel Al Churban Beis HaMikdash, because these are days of mourning over the destruction of the Beis HaMikdash. Lefichach, therefore, Ein Lekayim Behem Eruim Mismamchim. We do not hold festive events, happy events, Kedugmas, Tiulim, Nofish Bamalon, Mesibos Re'im, Mesibos Giyus. We don't have parties, we don't have pleasure hikes, we don't take vacations in a hotel. Only things that if they have a purpose, which are essential or educational or for the communal good, those are permitted. Let's say someone needs to go away just for mental health or just to recover or for one's own well-being. That certainly is allowed because that's not considered for Simcha. We also don't sew or get involved in any sort of embroidery during the 9 days. And again, from Rosh Chodesh Av through Tisha B'Av, it's just colloquially known as the 9 days. Because the Evan Shasiyah, which is the foundation stone, which is the purpose of the world, this was affected during this time. So using the word, playing the word Shesi, which says Shesi and Arev, which is the warp and the woof in the weaving process, but the Shesi, which is the foundation stone, since the foundation of any sort of embroidery work is this weaving, so just as the foundation of the Beis HaMikdash was uprooted, so too we don't do this as well. We also don't sew new clothing during the 9 days. We don't knit clothing, we don't knit kippahs for those that wear knitted kippot. We don't do that during the 9 days. However, if one needs to fix old clothing, this is allowed. If somebody has a sewing course, and it's better not to do so during the 9 days. However, if in case of need, one could do so, provided that they're not making new clothing. If maybe you're fixing old clothing, or just learning the exercises on things that have no use, learning how to do the sewing. Someone whose living is through sewing or preparing clothing, if stopping during the 9 days will cause a significant loss or any loss, then person is allowed to continue in his work. Chazal also say that during these days we minimize any sort of business that has to do with simcha, any sort of exchanges, and even any sort of business transactions we try to minimize during these days. We also refrain from building or planting that has to do with simcha. And we're going to see in Halacha Dalet and Tesvav exactly what this entails. And as we will see in Yud Aleph through Yud Gimel, that since these are days of Simcha, we also minimize and we have a custom not to eat meat or to drink wine. Since these are days of punishment and days of, for lack of a better term, bad luck for the Jewish people, so Chazal instituted that if a person has a court case with a non-Jew, you should refrain from doing so in the month of Ab, because the mazel for the Jewish people is bad in the month of Av, and we're worried that you're going to lose your case. So if one has a court case, try to push it off until after the month of Av. So as we enter the month of Av, we decrease our simcha. This is in contradistinction, by the way, that Gemara there says, Misha Nichnas Adar, Marben B'Simcha. So as in Adar, when we increase our amount of Simcha, in Av, we minimize the amount of Simcha. So we'll see over the next few days more specifically exactly how we do so. So Thank you so much for listening. Please continue davening for Chayalei Tzvagan Yisrael, for Shalom Chol Tzva Yisrael. Save to your brothers and sisters in Israel. Nishmat Daniel Shimon Arab Piram V'Shov Shem Damo. Pleasure to have you joining us. Wishing you a great day ahead, and we'll see you here next time.